On April 1st everyone gets a text on their phone saying, April Fools. Sorry about the beginning of the year, let's retry that, and we get sent back to January 1st, 2020. What's the first thing humanity should do? People that don't have phones are gonna go crazy. Wait. If they didn't have a phone, would the person also go back or be stuck in a different timeline? I'm sorry, time travel is confusing. My dog would be pissed she got to pee in the snow again. Produce a lot of disinfectant. Don't forget the toilet paper. Fire the guy who keeps playing Plague Inc. on the Area 51 computer. Maybe it's one of the idiots that got inside during the raid and was left behind, who found the computer and thinks he is playing Plague Inc. Reply back. Screw that. Nobody wants to relive that part of history. I'll give them a chance, a way to redemption. They'll be so pleased and relieved. I'm sure they will act soon, but at once in unison, as one they replied, nobody wants to relive that history. Why I thought they'd take the opportunity was a mystery. I'd love to relive, short the shit out of the stock market, but then again everyone else prob would too. Fix the calendar and catch the hacker. You're right, I don't want live the first 3 months of the year again. It was the hacker known as 4chan, depicted as a frog wearing a mask holding a gun. Giant orgy. How many giants do you know? Everyone back in the pile. Forced study of pandemics. Forced study of pandemics. A virus is coming, and soon it will spread, but now, if we act, we can change it, he said. He told them the means and the method, and then, they simply ignored him and did it again. More than study, you'd start mass-producing ventilators, you'd prep as many tests as you can as soon as humanly possible, and you'd start washing your hands now. Would slow this thing down a ton. Contain virus in Wuhan itself. Just an interesting note, I heard on NPR an interview with an Italian doctor that said they were experiencing COVID-19 in November, they just didn't know what it was and thought it was extreme pneumonia. Maybe ban the wet market so the virus never catches on. Break up with my fiancée sooner. At this point she was already cheating on me. I was just blind, skeptical smiley face. The best bit about it is you no longer are with a cheating partner. Alone and possibly lonely for the time being is better than being with someone who doesn't respect your feelings and relationship. Which begone. Don't worry man, you'll find someone so perfect for you and that loves you so much you'll forget about the pain she caused you. Source. I found that person for me. I don't know about the rest of humanity, but I'm spending every free second I can with my mom. She died January 28 of a sudden, massive pulmonary embolism. She was only 53 and my dad died 9 years ago. So yeah, that for sure. I think I would also just gave her a million hugs. I miss her sad face. Edit. Wow, I deep cleaned my apartment today, then finally picked up my phone and I wasn't expecting so many responses. I guess I finally got to a thread quick enough. LMAO. Thank you to everyone who has offered their condolences, shared the stories, and to those who gave me the awards. Smiley face. I hope everyone's 2020 starts to perk up soon. My brother died January 21st, and I think I'd take time off work to get him into therapy and detox, rehab for his alcohol addiction. It may be buying time, but at least I'd buy time for my parents because on Monday their house flooded from a broken water heater and old pipes. This year's been shit for them. He lived at home and killed himself there. If anyone you know is feeling like 2020's not worth it, find a way to spend time with them, even if it's just chatting online about your fat cat. When the sun's set to set in a sweet season sky, when the stars shimmer down, and the moon's passing by, when the summer wind skips, when it blows in the trees, I'll remember your touch by the feel of the breeze. When the clouds disappear, like it was here before, when the white breakers break, and the tide meets the shore, when the rain tumbles down onto still, silver lakes, I'll remember your smile in the ripples it makes. When the stars fade to dawn, when the dawn turns to day, when the summer wind carries the rain clouds away, when the tide travels in, and the sunlight has set, I will miss you forever, and never forget. Who's to say this hasn't already happened numerous times and we are now stuck in this loop? Because in this scenario everyone knows that time loop back. The unfortunate truth is that by posting this thread, OP has finally broken the loop. Open-ended timelines are unstable and ultimately collapse on themselves. Good going Reddit, you just doomed reality. Calls Kobe. Should we tell him to warn his pilot to take another route, or should we tell him to not go at all on that day? Damn it, now I'm sad again. Everything's just going to happen again but with better memes. Wow man. Buy stock in a toilet paper company. That's genius because once everyone knows what's going on they will stockpile toilet paper because people are idiots and will think they are genius for buying out the entire store before the shortage without knowing they are causing it. I may steal your idea. Start shorting stocks. Everyone got the text, not just you genius. Dow hits 100,000 with everyone knowing what goes up, continuing the pointless circle jerk of imaginary value. Buy all the toilet paper before March. Continue to not purchase soap. Use as a bidet shower. And sell stocks. Send the rains down to Australia. Yeah, almost immediately after the bushfires we got extreme flooding. We can't cop a break this year. Fires, floods, plagues. This feels like some biblical shit at this point. Quickly get Wuhan, China quarantined. Close all airports in China, start making virus test kits for everyone that was supposed to leave. Wait a few weeks to see if the people quarantined develop anything. Get hospitals in Wuhan, China as soon as possible. Basically try to keep the virus from spreading. For January 1st, we should be pushing test kits in Italy, Iran, Spain, Washington State, and New York at a minimum. Testing anyone passing throh Hubei and doing aggressive contact tracing. Throw every scientist at the obvious case of both the possibility of rewinding time itself and the fact that there's most likely a higher being, clearly also not acting for the good of our species. Like anyone would give a fuck about COVID-19 at this point. We literally just got a confirmation that a god exists, and that we are most likely a plaything. We're in a simulation. Pope Francis has already asked God to stop the pandemic. If he can't reason with him, I don't know who can. I don't know about humanity, but I would force my brother-in-law to go to the doctor and start taking blood thinners so that he would still be alive rather than dying from a blood clot. This was the most uncomfortable upvote I've given, but it's what I can do to show support. I hope it goes the very best it may and that everything considered you, your sibling and you brother-in-law are doing the best you can. Dump all my stock. It's simple. We kill the bat. If you're good at something, never do it for free. Become more self-sufficient. If all the masks are produced in the virus-infected nation, what are ya gonna do? Gotta make your own. Also take profit off all healthcare services. This should happen after the pandemic ends. We need to start production again in Western countries and stop relying on China that much. Tell Kobe not to get in the helicopter. Think he would listen to some rando on the internet telling him to inconvenience himself? Or how would you convince him he was going to die without him sending you to police for death threats? Have a month-long world lockdown and a shutdown of the market that caused COVID-19 plus negotiations between USA and Iran. See my dad before he passed away. I'm sorry for your loss. May he rest in peace. Well, we could probably contain COVID-19. China would lock down Wuhan immediately, other countries would ban incoming flights from China, and I doubt the virus would escape. We'd have to keep an eye on as well, but I think we would succeed. Taiwan started inspecting Wuhan passengers before the end of December and was the first countries to ban flights from Wuhan by the end of Jan. If every country acted as fast as Taiwan did, then it probably wouldn't have gotten this bad. Taiwan got fucked over during the SARS epidemic, so this time, they gave fuck all from what China and WHO was reporting and the suggestions. Instead they sent their own team of medical experts to Wuhan and assessed the situation. They are also not allowed to attend WHO due to China throwing a hissy fit. https://www.businessinsider.com/coronavirus-taiwan-case-study-rapid-response-containment-2020-3 https://en.m.wikipedia.org/wiki/2020 coronavirus pandemic in Taiwan https://foreignpolicy.com/2020/03/16/Taiwan-China-fear-coronavirus-success/. It was already out of China by January 1st. Start mandatory washing hands. You know how fancy places have bathroom attendants. Now every bathroom has a bathroom attendant, and they're carrying the "ah shit, here we go again" meme will be everywhere. I think the thing to be considered is if the people who have died within these 4 months can come back. Divest in all the oil companies so that the UAE can't short the stocks for profit when they tank the market. Quarantine China, because the corona was there in December. Wash their hands. The pandemic started in 2019, so we should fucking close the borders at least, smiley face. Also buy toilet paper. You fools. At January 1st the pandemic was a few months in at China. So it would have been too late. Even with the reset, it was an epidemic then, we could keep it from being a pandemic. Buy a bunch of that sweet, readily available toilet paper, bleach and chicken breast.